I was going to record what I eat day, and I started to, and that'll be in here. And then I decided I needed to talk about some other stuff. So I am just having this little intro to say that I start off talking about Weight Watchers, and then I go in a completely different direction. And if you know anybody who suffers from depression or any kind of mental problem, it sounds so deep and dark, mental problem, doesn't it? But it's just our brain. If you know somebody that struggles from a broken finger, that doesn't scare you. But when we hear mental problem, oh my goodness. So this is just a little intro to say that this video is all over the place because I just need to talk. I have not been talking. I have shut down on my family. I have shut down on my husband. Oliver is with his other grandmother, and I don't know what to do to get out of where I am but talk. So that's what lies ahead, except for a little breakfast. Okay? Good morning, you guys. Good Saturday morning. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better. I wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for your comments and your concern. I do greatly appreciate it, and I read every one. And here's the thing. I am a depressant. I've always been a depressant. It runs in my family. It's nothing new, and it's nothing that will likely go away ever, unfortunately. But I do know how to respond to it. I know what to do when I get that way. And there's times when it's going to show up on my videos because I get great enjoyment out of making these videos. It's my hobby. I don't have any hobbies, and this is my hobby now. And I don't want to stop doing my videos when I'm not feeling well. And there's a lot of times when I don't feel well, so I'm going to continue to do them. And I don't want anybody to worry, but I sure do appreciate all the kind comments. I think part of also what's going on is, you know what, today is the first day in, I don't know, 2 weeks that we have the house open. The windows are open, the air conditioning's turned off, and I just feel, our home isn't real big, you know, and I just feel kind of trapped in here, and I need to get out and about. So we are going to walk over to the little restaurant by us that we don't really like, but we're gonna go have a nice walk and eat, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. You guys, you know, here's the thing, is as hokey as it sounds and silly, and this lady, she just doesn't ever know when to you guys mean so much to me. You mean a lot to me, and this is more than just a little weight loss thing for me now. I love doing it. It's fun, and it's good for my soul. It's therapeutic that I'm sitting here talking to you right now, and not out there watching golf. So sometimes I get a little long-winded, and I know that. And if you just want to see what I'm eating and like that, just fast forward on through my rambling, because there's going to be days where I just need to talk. And that's why I started this channel to start with. And thank you. Thank you guys for your thoughtfulness and your caringness, and you're all fabulous. Some of you are a little more fabulous than others. I'm just kidding. But it does feel good to feel better. I look a little better too, don't I? I love you guys. You're the best. Let's go to lunch. Enough about this. Not lunch, breakfast. So let me put on a little more eye stuff. It's gotten into a bad habit of wanting to do this now. And oh, you guys, I wish you knew me before I started doing this. I didn't wear makeup. I mean, nothing. Not even lip stuff. And now, but it's kind of fun. I don't know. I guess it kind of makes you feel, I don't know. Who knows? But if it feels good and it's free, why not do it, right? Right. Okay, let's go eat. Something else I wanted to touch on. with yesterday. Yesterday was a first. Something happened for the first time in 18 months. And that is, in my little depression, I was over Weight Watchers. I was over watching what I ate. I stayed in bed. I was in bed pretty much all day. And all I wanted was a pizza and or a cheeseburger. And if somebody would have brought it to me, I would have eaten it. My husband actually offered to go get me some, but I had the wherewithal to tell him no. But, oh gosh, I'm always dropping stuff. But I was truly like, I'm so over watching what I eat. I'm so over eating the same stuff. I know that we can eat everything. I know. I have this program down pat. There's a lot in life I don't know about, but I do know about Weight Watchers. And I was just like, oh, I'm so over this. And then I started thinking, you know, why am I even doing this? At my age, I'm not going to get small. I'm always going to have all this extra skin. You know, why? It was just the whole crummy mindset of why am I bothering to do this? I'm going to be dead in 20 years. You know, when you're depressed and the enemy gets a hold of you, there's some doozy stuff that goes through your head. And, but in that thought, I kept going to the kitchen to get stuff to eat. I kept going in, but I got all the right stuff. I got apple and powdered peanut butter. I ate applesauce with my nuts in the inside. I love that. I love applesauce with my roasted peanuts in it. I had a sugar-free pudding. So I'm glad about that, because today, now that I am feeling better and back with the program, I'm glad that I have no regrets and thinking, oh man, I wish I hadn't have eaten that last night, because I would have totally have felt regretful about it today. And I am going to attack the program with a vengeance this week. I am going to have a loss this week. I'm just going to do everything possible. I'm not going to do anything like stop eating, or I'm just going to work the program this week, which I did last week. It was just one of those things, one of those, what did somebody write? It was so, phantom gain. I love that. I'm sorry I can't remember who wrote it, but it's point, that's exactly what it was, a phantom gain. There's, you know, on paper, looking at my tracking, looking at what I ate, there's no reason for me to have a gain. And I don't want to have a gain this week. I want to have a loss. So today is Saturday. My weeks start on Saturday since I weigh in on Friday. And I'm going to get this thing. Are you in? You going to join me? Let's do this thing together. I know we're always doing it together. And summer is hard. I got a lot of comments yesterday saying how, yeah, we're having snacking problems too. And I think snacking is probably the biggest issue for everybody. But this weather, I'm so over it, man. I just want to be cold and comfy and get my Christmas stuff out. And it's so far away. So, okay, just want to let you know. Let's go eat. It's nice out this morning. Maybe, hopefully, we can go the whole day without the air conditioning on. I'm hoping, man. Just a normal, regular day. Say good morning.
Hey, good morning. It's growing out. It's growing out.
Finally. Finally. We got seated next to the well-behaved guys. These guys are well-behaved.
Boys are good.
Boys are good. Is she the girl?
She's the one.
They're sweet. Oh, Grandpa's getting a call. There's one under there. I don't know if you guys could see it. You can barely see it. So this is my breakfast. I got an omelet with tomatoes, mushrooms, spinach, fruit, avocado on the side, and an English muffin with no butter. I meant to bring my own sugar-free jam and I forgot. That's okay. I'm hungry. I got more food than he did. We're back from breakfast and it was good. I ate a lot. And I was sitting at the table and I was thinking, and I think there's something I need to talk about. And it'll hopefully apply to somebody. It may not apply to anybody, but this is my channel and it applies to me. And that is mental health. Now, everybody always gets wiggy when it comes to mental health. People have no problem walking around talking about cancer, somebody breaks their leg, somebody's got a cold, somebody's got to get a mole lanced off their back. Okay, there's nothing worse than getting a mole lanced off your back. But why is mental health not talked about? Why is the only time we hear or talk about mental health is when a celebrity takes their life? And then it's all the rage for about 5 minutes. Oh, everybody's got on their Facebook status. If you're lonely, if you're sad, if you think you're going to hang yourself, call somebody, reach out. And then it lasts for about 3 days, and then everybody goes along their business and does their thing, except for those of us who suffer from depression and do get sad and do get anxious and all those things. And why is that such a stigma? I don't understand. The brain is part of our body, but when it comes to mental health, people just don't know how to handle it, or they don't want to have to handle it. I have found in more instances than not. Through my life, I have actually had many or I thought were really good friends, people in my life at the time, and when they bowed out, it was always because I, Anita, was too much work. And I was told as much, you know, to my face. Back then it was before texting and all that stuff. But you're too much work, Anita. It's too hard to be friends with you because it's trying. It's hard. You get depressed. You get sad. I don't know what to do, so I'm going to go on my way. And this has happened more than once. So then what happens is we become afraid to address or talk about our mental health. Those of us who are depressants. I have been a depressant my whole life. My grandfather was a depressant. My dad is a depressant. I believe that my sisters are too. But again, it's not something that we talk about. My grandfather was the head of the camera department in Warner Brothers back when it was Warner Brothers before Burbank Studios. That man could go to work and run those studios like there's no tomorrow. And he was just the greatest guy in the world. Everybody loved him. But when he got home, he was depressed. When he got home, he had a drink. When he got home, he cried. When he got home, he shriveled up into similar what I have been doing this week. Just shriveling into a ball, sitting in the corner, looking around, wondering, what can I do? But I didn't ever for a second think about reaching out to anybody because of this stigma of, oh, we don't know what to do with her. What do we do with her? She's sad. She's always sad. And then she'll get happy again, just like you guys see me do in my videos. Oh, I get happy, yes. Because I am on the spectrum of being bipolar. Now, I am going out on a huge limb by admitting that to the world right now on my YouTube channel. People are going to hit unsubscribe. Oh, you know, it's like I might get cooties through the computer. But why is that? Why is that? Why is it okay to have a physical problem that we can see or touch or the doctor can, you know, look through a stethoscope and fix for us? Sorry, somebody came in the house. Somebody came in the house. So anyways, where was I? I'm all over the place because I have a lot of thoughts. And I'm going to put this out there because what do I have to lose? Absolutely nothing. I have nothing to lose. Some of us love harder and hurt harder and feel things more. And there's people out there who say, no, it's just too hard for them to believe. But it's true. And it's so hard. It's so hard. I remember one time I was at a Charger game with my mom. And, you know, when I'm in except for Disneyland for some reason, when I'm in like an arena or a big area where there's lots of people, I get nervous. And all those people don't even know who I am, or, you know, I'm just sitting in that chair. Nobody even knows I'm alive. And I see that guy, and he's, you know, a few seats down, going crazy, having a good time, not giving two craps of what people around him are thinking. And I remember thinking, I wish I could be that guy. I wish I could be that guy, to just go and let loose and have fun and not care. But every minute some of us spend caring about stuff that nobody even realizes is going on around us. This is not a way of life that we choose to have. It's just like if somebody runs over you in their car and you break your leg, you're not choosing that to happen, right? We're not choosing this to happen. Also, I think it's kind of interesting. And if anybody else out there is a depressant or suffers from anxiety or any of these other fun things, I have found that I am drawn to people who A, also suffer, or B, understand. Very rarely do I have my path crossed with somebody who is a complete jerk. And I'm talking even on the internet. Yesterday, after my video, I got a couple of messages from a couple of people that I have been loving from afar so much. There's a couple of ladies on YouTube that I just watch, and there's just something about them, you know, each individual gal that I just love, and I love watching them, and I love listening to them, and I get a feeling of peace, or I get a feeling of connection. And almost each one of those ladies messaged me yesterday. When I was laying in bed, I just try not to look at my tablet because I had a raging headache. And then later on, I got these emails, and I was like, oh man, you know what? God is good. There is a lot of good out there. And even though you feel like complete bloody hell right now, you need to remember that, Anita. So all I guess I am trying to say is that those of you who are going to hang in here with me, my 35 folks, and hang out with me, don't be too surprised, and I know you won't be because you've already noticed I've been doing this long enough, to see me bounce back and forth. Because I do. But when I'm happy, I'm so happy, and when I'm sad, I'm so sad. But it's okay. I would rather get on here and talk to you guys and do my thing than not come on at all because I'm afraid of what people are going to think, or because I may be sad or whatever. It's just who I am. And you know what? It's also just who somebody in your family or in your neighborhood or in your church or in your quilting group or in your motorcycle gang is too. Because we're everywhere, and we're sitting right next to you. And we're worried about something, or we're loving someone, or we're missing someone. Something's going on. And don't be afraid to say to that person, hey, are you feeling okay? And if they say no, go ahead and go a little deeper. Or just say, can I help? You want to go get a cup of coffee? You want to hang out? Or would you rather I leave you alone? Now, if they say, you know what, I kind of just need to be alone right now, respect their space. But if you feel like it's a little deeper than that, just kind of keep an eye on them. It's a tricky, screwed up way to be. There's so many times in my life that I just wished I could be normal. I just wish I could be normal. Maybe all these things that have happened in my life, but who's to say, right? But this is how God made me, and this is how I am. And I can't care if somebody loves me or doesn't love me or dislikes me or doesn't want to hang with me because I'm too much work. That's me. That's Anita. I am a lot of work. You think it's hard work being around me? Try being me. It's not easy, people. It's not easy. It's just, I'm just waiting for that day where I can take that final sigh and just relax and just not worry. You know, I watch my husband and he's just sitting on the couch. He sits on the couch in the morning and he's got one dog on one side and another dog on the other side. TV's not on, music, nada. Nada's going on. And I'll come in and I'll go, what are you thinking about? He goes, nothing. And I'm like, you got to be thinking of something. He's like, no, I'm not thinking of anything. How do you do that? How do you not think? And that too is why I like the nips. That's why I like to have a drink, because that is as close as I can get to shutting things down. But that's not the answer, so I'm not doing that. My dad also is a reformed, I don't like that word. He is an alcoholic, but he hasn't had a drink in 50 years. Militant AA, my dad. I guess all I'm asking for is to be aware and be kind. Just be kind. If you're around somebody who has highs and has lows and maybe a lot of work, just love them back, man. Just love them back, because that's all you kind of can really do. And just know that it's not easy for them, and if they're hard to handle or hard to be around, as hard as it is for you, it's double as hard for them because they're fully aware of what's going on. Let's talk about mental health a little more, people. Guess who that is? That's my buddy. I miss her so much. You guys, I just miss her so much. I don't know how I got along without her. I only had her in my ear for life. I can't remember what I did before I had her. So I'm going to just leave it here and hope that if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's totally okay. Don't be afraid of people who aren't the norm. Don't be afraid of them. Reach out to them. Love them back. Just love them back. All right, I'm going to go see what she has to say, because I've been messaging her and I haven't heard back. I think I will post this, and if anybody needs to reach out, reach out. If anybody needs to ask a question about anybody in their life who they think might be suffering from anything that you can't fix with a Band-Aid, give me a holler. I'm happy to help.